Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel Mac, and I had the inside story out, and I think I'm going to go ahead and add some of the Leo variations, so why not go ahead and pop a video up real quick. We'll start with the earlier ones. So you got this gray here with the red, blue, and yellow design on the side of it. It's on both sides, kind of mimicked like that. Black walls, of course, blue tinted window, and a chrome interior. This blue is usually lighter. You can kind of see it a little bit lighter than this, or maybe just a little bit darker, but usually around this. So I didn't put in a variation for the difference in the lightness of that blue. Once you get to the yellow ones, you'll see a very unique difference in the two of them, or a stark difference. And so I added those, but this one just happens to seem to be pretty close to this one. There are some different shades, and that could be due to sun or, you know, however it was made to, I guess. But this is the earlier version. Like I said, you got this gray, you got blue tinted window, chrome interior, a black base with Hong Kong. You see here Mattel Incorporated 1978, and Hot Wheels up here. As some of that info will change, and some of the other base variations you'll see in later in this video. But there is one of the earlier versions of it. Then you have this yellow tinted window right here with a chrome interior. This one is also a Hong Kong base, so everything else is the same. You just have a yellow tinted window. Again, this yellow tinted window could be a little bit varied in difference, but nothing crazy difference than what you see here. But that's the early release. We'll do the same tempo setup here for the next one. So keeping with the Hong Kong base, you can kind of see here, we have the same tempos, yellow, blue, and green, or sorry, blue, red, and green, right? Is that the same tempos? Oh no, we got green in there instead of yellow, because the card's yellow, obviously. You got a blue tinted window and chrome interior, and here's what I was talking about. This is the Hong Kong. That's a pretty stark difference in the blue tinted windows there, so I added those variations on there for it. And when you get to, and there's plenty of examples of both of those out there, so when you're trying to track both variations down, they're fairly easy to get. In fact, I think I got one over here. Let's see, that is, yeah, and that's the lighter version on a pretty decent card, right, unpunched and whatnot. So you can get both those variations fairly easy. And then there's a difference on the base for this one. The country of origin is now a Malaysia, so you got the bar Malaysia where they covered up Hong Kong, but you got the same tempo theme, and this one has the dark tinted or dark blue tinted windows, and I've only seen it kind of come that way. It might be slightly lighter, but there may be some, you know, that are out there with some sun fade and stuff like that. But as far as Malaysia is concerned, usually it's pretty dark, and you will have an issue of finding something like this, I think, in good shape, because I don't think it's out there, because I think they were pretty consistent in their plastic there. But there's three more variations. These are up on MVP Hot Wheels. So you can check these out. I think I still need to add like the Leos and stuff. Here is the Spider-Man variation. This one is also a scene machine. I will add the picture of the scene machine, the little pic that's in there, on the website. I have done it for the Baja Breakers, so you can see those, especially like the Simpsons. And those Simpsons little pictures correlate to the color of the wheel and the stripes, so that's kind of cool. So that if you're looking for a particular picture too, or the one that you like, and you don't want to collect all of the, wheel and stripe variations, then you can choose by the wheel. For the most case, they do make mistakes. I know I found one that didn't have any picture in it as well, so that was kind of concerning. But there is, for the most part, they're you know, they go with that. But as far as I know, there's only one picture that you get in here, and I'll try to add that. It's kind of hot. You can't see that in here, I don't think. I don't know where I'm going to be trying to put that in. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. It's getting crazy. Oh, we almost had it. There you go. There's a little bit of a view. Let's see if I can get it in the middle here. There you go. There's a little bit of it. Kind of a pain. But I'll get that picture and put it on there. You get a blue base this time, clear window, red interior, and here this is the Hong Kong base So that's the only variation of that one I have, and it does have its own name. I think Spider-Man is what it's called, which is confusing for the other Spider-Man car that's out there, unfortunately, but that's what they did. So that's another one of those, what was Mattel thinking kind of things. You could have left it as Inside Story and just put Spider-Man on the side of it, probably would have been fine. Here is the Silver Surfer. Two different variations for this as well. You got the Hong Kong base and the Malaysia base. And you can see here, you got a little bit darker tinted window, which is normal, and the lighter tinted window for the Hong Kong, which is kind of normal as well. And then that makes the interior a little bit darker. I think the red's a little bit darker as well for this Malaysia base, but those are the two variations that I have found for that. And not too bad. I think I could use a little upgrade on the Malaysia base, but these are pretty tough to get in clean condition. So, but there is the Silver Surfer, and like I said, those are the two variations that I have found so far. When you get into 1983, you have these speed machines. So here is my speed machine in very mint condition with a boo-boo wheel. It's all kind of bent and jacked up, unfortunately. And so hopefully I can find a replacement for that. But these come with the blue tinted window, as it's made in Malaysia. You can see it's pretty dark. White interior, black base. They have removed Hot Wheels from the base. So with the speed machines, they're not really associated with Hot Wheels, but also, you know, still made by Mattel, obviously. So this is one variation. The variation for this is the yellow tinted window, as I bump the camera again. So that's the only difference between these two here. You can see, obviously, no Hot Wheels on the base. There is a chrome interior variation for both windows, so I'm missing the two, and I've been searching for those for quite a while. They kind of go for quite a bit of money, but those are two that I'll be looking for and try to add to the collection. I do try to keep, I will try to get a second set of all four of these so to put with my casting, and then keep my speed machine set together, but with them being so expensive, that might be tough to do. But there's the four, like I said, there's four variations of the speed machines. When you get into the Mexico stuff, you saw that I just got this black one here not too long ago. So you got the orange tinted windows, white interior, you got that same type of Tampa you had on the earlier ones. It doesn't have the Hot Wheels on the base, and it has the Bar Malaysia with the black base there. So that's kind of the indicative, but you can't get a black in the US mainline anyway. Or the, I think, orange tinted windows. You get a little bit lighter orange tinted window. You can kind of see the color through that. Looks a little more yellow through the other areas where it's away from the edge. But you've got this kind of tan, cream, brownish color. Same tempo. And again, that same base, no Hot Wheels on the base with the Bar Malaysia. But these are both the Mexico variations that you can get. So pay attention to that kind of stuff if you're looking for them. And then for the Leos, we'll do those next, and then we'll do the newer ones that came in the 1990s mainline collector number series at the end. All right, we'll start with this one. This Kellogg's is pretty tough. There's a white one out there as well. I think it's a little bit more common than this one is, but still probably one of the tougher Tampo variations you can get for the Leos. This one doesn't have the Hot Wheels on the base, on this gray base here. It does have a spelling mistake on it, so this spelling mistake that you see in the collector number stuff was carried all the way through from the Leo stuff, so INDJA instead of INDIA. It could be that there are the correct spelling of one of these out there, so this could be a base variation as well, which is just crazy, which makes it probably super tough. Plus, you would have to have a really good close-up of the base to determine whether or not there's a J or an I in there. But that's one of the variations there in that kind of teal color. You got this one, pretty close to that same color. And I've got two examples of this Grand Slam 2. You can get a bunch of different colors with this. The Tampos are obviously in different colors, so you got black and red and black and white. So there's even more colors that are available with different colors of the bodies. One of these, I believe, is the correct spelling. So that one is the wrong spelling, but here is an example of the correct spelling. So you can see that I in there, INDIA. So they do come both ways. So that could be a factor when you're getting these if you really want to dive into that. But these are usually about 85 to 125 a piece for your regular ones, and they kind of jump up a little bit when you get into the more rare. The Aero Express Tampo, again, two colors here, yellow and white, but there's obviously multiple colors that you can get, multiple colors of the body. I don't have all the examples of all the different Tampo designs, so I'm going to try to work on that and get those on the website, and then I'll start filling all the color stuff in that I can find as well. But here's a good example of this purple Aero Express here. This one has the incorrect spelling, so you can kind of see that J inside there, INDJA. And as far as I know, all of the Leo stuff is going to have the no Hot Wheels base, so kind of indicative of 1983 or later, which of course that makes sense with the Mexico stuff because they didn't start doing that until 1983 at least. And then the Leo stuff kind of carried through for a couple of years, as did the Mexico stuff. So but clear windows on most of these, black interior, black bases seems to be the common for most of your Leo Inside Stories. This one does have that gray base, so it's a little bit different, and there's obviously a couple of different ones that will probably have some gray bases as well, but I'll try to find as much info as I can and throw that on the website, mvphotwheels.com. And now we have the two newer ones. So you got a new Tampo design. You got a white body, clear window, red interior. You got that gray base still, which could be carried over. Still don't have Hot Wheels on it, so 5, 6, 7 years later, they still have no Hot Wheels on it. And this one is the incorrect spelling, so INDJA, and here is the correct spelling, INDIA. So they still had the molds for both spellings of the India. How they didn't catch that after, you know, going to a different plant to manufacture these compared to where they manufactured those, I don't know. They just sent the molds over and they're like, go ahead and use these and create them, and you know, they continued making an INDJA base name, unfortunately. All right, so there's the variations that I have found. Like I said, there's tons of Leo stuff, so this is not even close to all of them. There's probably 20 at least, if not more. And like I said, there's different, you know, base color variations. There's different body color variations, and then there's different Tampo color variations for all of those body color stuff. So it gets pretty crazy. And then there's potentially all the different incorrect and correct spelling of India on the base. So that could, you know, make that number jump up quite a bit. I don't think that will probably ever necessarily be complete, but we'll try our best to get all that information on the websites. If you have it and have pictures of it, of course, feel free to, you know, let me know. You can catch me on Facebook, MVP Hot Wheels on there. I'm Diesel Mac on there, and one of the admins, of course, and then, or you can put it down here in the comments, and I'll try to get information, you know, put on the website. I'll try to verify some of it too, but for the most part, I understand that there's going to be an incorrect and correct spelling of that. And like I said, there's tons of different variations out there for Leo stuff, but I think I have everything else covered as far as the US stuff and the Mexico stuff. So if I'm missing something, let me know, and it'll be cool to see some other pieces that might not be in there. I am going to add this to the website. So I've got this France mini truck here without the Mothers of the Universe Tampo on the hood, so I'm going to get that one on there. And I do have the Mexico piece coming, so that will complete that casting, and then I'll do a mini Trek casting call as well once that comes in. So look forward to seeing that. But I think we're up to 579 subscribers on here on YouTube, so I really appreciate all the support. Feel free to hit that like button if you're enjoying the casting calls. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to continue doing casting calls. If you got a casting call you'd like me to do, let me know down in the comments as well. If I feel like I have enough of the variations to basically get, you know, so that you can understand what all is available, then I will make it. If I'm missing some tough, or not, I'll say tough variations, I'm missing some variations that are kind of key, I'll kind of evaluate if I, you know, do that video. I want to make sure that you know what's out there, and you know, and find the right stuff and don't get, you know, scammed and all that kind of stuff, or buy a fake or whatever if they're tough ones. But you can let me know down in the comments. There's tons of obviously cars that have Mexico, France, and Leo stuff, and Venezuelan as well. Obviously I don't have any Venezuelan stuff yet. I'm hoping to get one of the first pieces this year, so that might be on my little bucket list for the year, to get my first Venezuelan piece. But we'll try to get examples of those as well and put those on the website. I do have some information about some of the Venezuelan stuff on there already from what I've found through research and people posting up. So there is some information about that on there. It's obviously not going to be complete because there's probably a lot more out there than even some of the people who collect and have money for the Venezuelan stuff that you know is available. So, but anyhow, I did get this on to the website, so that variation is on there as well. So you should be able to see that Zinderfact 4 on there. And yeah, hit that like button, subscribe. Subscribe to the website, start documenting your collection, building your wanted list, build your trade list, upgrade list, all that kind of stuff. I had a guy, you know, reach out and say, hey, I was missing some stuff. I put that stuff on. So if you got stuff that you would like to see on there that's from kind of the era that I currently have on there, or any variations of the existing ones I have, then, you know, feel free to contact me, let me know, and I'll see if I can get those added as soon as possible. But thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys next time.